Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we derived the Mayer's relation. Today, we are going to discuss what is adiabatic ratio. So, adiabatic ratio is the ratio of the molar specific heat at constant pressure to the molar specific heat at constant volume. It is denoted by gamma and it is a pure number. So, what is adiabatic ratio? This adiabatic ratio is denoted by gamma, and this gamma is equal to the ratio of molar specific heat at constant pressure to the molar specific heat at constant volume. So this adiabatic ratio gamma is equal to Cp divided by C. In this section, we are going to find the adiabatic ratio for monoatomic, diatomic and polyatomic gases. But before that, we derive the Mayer's relation. Also, some relations which are useful to find this equation, we are going to write here. So, the Mayer's relations show that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. This is the Mayer's relation. Again, Na multiplied by Kb is equal to R, where this Na is the number of molecules in 1 mole of the gas, and this Kb is the Boltzmann constant, and this R, it is a gas constant. Okay, now we are going to discuss this adiabatic ratio in the term of monoatomic, diatomic as well as the polyatomic gases. We know that the kinetic energy or the internal energy per molecule per degree of freedom is equal to 1 by 2 kb multiplied by T, where this T is the absolute temperature of the gas. So let's start. First gas is the monoatomic gas. Now what is monoatomic gas? Monoatomic gas means the gas which contain a single atom. Okay, a single atom means it is the monoatomic gas, means it contain only one atom in the molecule. So it is called as the monoatomic gas. Which are the example? For example, helium, which is nothing but the inert gas, which doesn't form a molecule, so we can say that the helium gas is a monoatomic gas. So how we can find the ratio of adiabatic ratio for this monoatomic gas? Let's start. First of all, we have to find the degrees of freedom in the case of monoatomic gas. What is monoatomic gas? This monoatomic gas can move along the x-axis, y-axis as well as the z-axis. So we can say that there are three translational degrees of freedom for the monoatomic gas. But there are no rotational degree of freedom and there are no vibrational degrees of freedom. So we can say that in the case of monoatomic gas, it has only three translational degrees of freedom. Okay, so we can write here how many degrees of freedom? The degrees of freedom for the monoatomic gas is equal to 3. But we also know the internal energy per molecule per degree of freedom is equal to 1 by 2 kBT. So we can write here the internal energy E is equal to, for 1 degree of freedom is equal to 1 by 2 kBT. Therefore for 3 degree of freedom is equal to 3 by 2 kBT. This is the internal energy of a single molecule having degree of freedom equal to 3. But if we are to calculate the molar energy, so we can write here this energy is equal to 3 by 2 Na kb multiplied by T. Why this Na is come here, this Na arrived here because we are going to discuss this about the molar specific heat. What is the adiabatic ratio? It is the molar specific heat. So we are going to derive this relation for the molar mass. Okay. So here E is equal to 3 by 2 Na multiplied by kBT. So we can write here it is equal to 3 by 2. As we write earlier, this Na multiplied by kB is equal to gas constant. So you can write here it is equal to RT. So this is the internal energy of the monoatomic gas having 3 degrees of freedom at the temperature T per mole. This is the important term, per mole. This is the energy per molecule. If we multiply by Na, it becomes per mole. So what is the energy? Internal energy is equal to, it is equal to 3 by 2 R multiplied by T. Now we calculate CV. What is CV? Molar specific heat at constant volume, which is equal to dE by dt, which is equal to, if we differentiate the equation, this equation becomes 3 by 2 multiplied by T. Then we derive Cp. What is Cp is equal to? It is equal to dE, sorry, which is equal to, from this it is equal to Cv plus R. So we can write here what is Cv is equal to, it is equal to Cv is equal to 3 by 2 R plus R. So it becomes 5 by 2. Okay. So this is the value of Cp 5 by 2 R, and this is the value of Cv, which is equal to 3 by 2 R. So what is the adiabatic ratio? The adiabatic ratio gamma is equal to Cp divided by Cv. So we can write here is equal to 5 by 2 R, and it is 3 by 2 R, this R and 2 to get cancelled. So it is equal to 5 by 3. So what is the adiabatic ratio for monoatomic gas? Is equal to 5 by 3. Now we are moving towards the diatomic gas. We are moving towards the diatomic gas. Okay. Now what is diatomic? In the case of monoatomic, there is only a single atom in the diatomic molecule. The molecule contains two atoms, for example HCl, hydrogen, nitrogen. These are the gas which are diatomic. So as we determine the degree of freedom in the case of monoatomic gas, in the similar way we can determine the degree of freedom in the case of diatomic gas. So diatomic gas has 3 degrees of freedom, translational degrees of freedom. It can move along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. It has also 2 rotational degrees of freedom in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction, and it has also what? Vibrational degrees of freedom. So it is vibrational degree of freedom. When they are come closer to each other, they are approach towards each other, and when they are going away from each other. These two type of vibrational modes are arises in the case of diatomic gas. So totally how many degrees of freedom in the case of diatomic gas? There are 7 degrees of freedom. So we can write here degrees of freedom is equal to 7. How this 7 can be differentiated? It is 3 translational plus 2 rotational plus 2 vibrational. It is total equal to 7. Now we know what is the internal energy per per molecule per degree freedom, it is equal to 1 by 2 kBT. Therefore, for the 7 degree of freedom, this internal energy is equal to, what is equal to? It is equal to 7 by 2 kBT. Okay, this is 7 by 2 kBT. This is the internal energy per molecule. Now we are going to multiply this equation by Na to convert into the molar. So the internal energy is equal to 7 by 2 Na multiplied by kBT. Okay, now we know that what is Na multiplied by kB is equal to gas constant R. So we can write here this E is equal to 7 by 2 R multiplied by T. This is the energy of a diatomic gas of 7 degrees of freedom per mole. Now we calculate, in this case we calculate Cv. Here this Cv is equal to dE by dt. Notice dE by dt is equal to 7 by 2 multiplied by. Okay, now we are calculating Cp. What is Cp is equal to? It is equal to Cv plus R. So it is equal to 7 by 2 R plus R. It is equal to 9 by 2 R. So this is the value of Cp. This is the value of Cv. So what is the adiabatic ratio for this diatomic gas? Gamma is equal to, it is equal to Cp upon Cv. So we can write here it is equal to 9 by 2 into R. It is divided by 7 by 2 into R. So we can write here it is equal to 9 by 7. This is the adiabatic ratio for the diatomic gas. Okay. Now we are moving towards the polyatomic gases. What is polyatomic gases? The gases which contain the molecules atoms greater than 2. Such gases are called as the polyatomic gases. So in the case of polyatomic gases, there are 3 translational degree of freedom. There are also 3 rotational degree of freedom, and there are F vibrational degree of freedom. So we know that for a single degree of freedom, the energy is equal to 1 by 2 kBT. Therefore, we can write here, in this case, the internal energy is equal to 3 by 2 kBT. In the case of rotational degrees of freedom, it is also equal to 3 by 2 kBT, and it is equal to, what is, it is equal to F degrees of freedom. So we can write here it is equal to F by 2 into kBT. So in the case of polyatomic gases, we can write here the total internal energy E is equal to, it is equal to 3 by 2 kBT plus 3 by 2 kBT plus, this is equal to F into 2 by 2 kBT. Now, this is the energy for a single molecule. If we have to convert into the molar, so we can multiply this equation by Na. So we can write here is equal to 3 by 2 Na into kBT plus 3 by 2 Na into kBT plus it is equal to F into Na into kBT. So what is Na into kB? This Na into kB is equal to R. So you can write here this is 3 by 2 RT plus 3 by 2 RT plus F RT. This is equal to the internal energy. Now, what is 3 by 2 RT plus 3 by 2 RT? Which is equal to 3 RT and which is equal to plus F into. So, this is 3 plus F multiplied by RT. This is the internal energy per mole in the case of polyatomic gases. Now, we calculate Cv. What is Cv is equal to? It is equal to dE by dt, which is equal to 3 plus F multiplied by. And similarly, we can also calculate Cp. What is Cp is equal to? It is equal to Cv plus R, which is equal to 3 plus F into R plus R, which is nothing but the 4 plus F. So this is the value of Cp. So now what is the adiabatic ratio for this polyatomic gas? This gamma is equal to Cp divided by Cv, which is equal to 4 plus F multiplied by R, and what is the value of Cv? It is equal to 3 plus F multiplied by R. So this gamma is equal to 4 plus F divided by 3 plus F. So by using this relation, we can find the adiabatic ratio of the polyatomic gas, where this F are the vibrational degrees of freedom. So in this way, in this lecture, we discuss about the adiabatic ratio and we find the adiabatic ratio for the monoatomic gas, diatomic gas as well as the polyatomic gases. For monoatomic gas is equal to 5 by 3, for diatomic gas is equal to 9 by 7, and in the case of polyatomic gas it is equal to 4 plus F divided by 3 plus F. So in the next lecture we are starting the next topic, which is nothing but the radiation of this chapter. So this is for today. Have a good day. Bye.